Roach rolls under his fourth punch and uppercuts him and kicks him in his chest. Mark grabs the gun, but the Roach has Ultra Instinct activated, dodging all 3 bullets. Alright, y'all, so
yap fast.
Alright, fuck you too then. If you don't want to hear the yap, then skip to this timestamp. For the rest of you, let's chat. YouTube recently demonetized my channel and kicked me out of the partner program as a whole. I've been trying to contact them and get this issue fixed, but unless they have a sudden change of heart, they won't be letting me back in until August 27th. Until then, if you want to support the channel now and into the future, then why not join my Patreon for only $1 if you want to support the channel? And it's a true deal considering you get every video uncensored, you know, no copyrighted content, and you even get extra rant and opinionated videos about anime, media, even trailers, new trailers that come out, and every other price. And I can't stress this enough, is optional, okay? All right, $1 a month is really cool, all right? Considering that if I have 100 of you do it, then boom, I get $100 a month. So yeah, consider doing that, you know, help me out, get a little extra paper in my pockets. You know, this is literally just snack money. Trust me, I don't have bills yet, but I'm on my way to that. So I need to start, you know, getting a little bit of change in my pockets. Now, with the yap over, let's get into the actual video. So we start off with the POV of a roach and just look at Mark and Ben at the sign of this arachnid. Actually, they're part of the lame ass. Ben goes in to smash it, but trips on complete air, causing the roach to scurry until he finally lands a hit. After killing it, Ben then just leaves the roach on the ground for later. The next day, Mark wakes up and sees the roach the size of Berlizzi. Very coincidental, obviously. But he calls Av to come deal with the roach, obviously. Because God forbid you take care of that 6'5" roach. Af grabs Raid only to realize that this roach ain't a normal roach, but a giga nigga roach. He even hit him with the Undertaker emote just to make sure that that you understood this wasn't a normal roach. And at this point, respectfully, I would have left the house because that is no longer my residency. All right, clearly the roach is paying bills now. He owns the house. All right, he's put down paying on the mortgage. He buys everything in there now. That's his food. That's his shower. You know, that's his everything. Af sprays the roach for Raid, and that nigga hits him with the meanest right hook of his life and slams him on a couch. Mark gathers everyone else and pause. Why this nigga Ben look like somebody badass nephew? But anyways, Mark explains to them the situation, and the 2 light-skinned niggas want to go explore. That 50% talking to them like the Green Goblin mask. They go back in, and Ben immediately gets snuck by the roach, and he drags that nigga away into the darkness, leaving Mark, Dez, and Leland to get into the car and attempt to drive away. Until they come to the realization that a roach is putting them out of their house. And honestly, they got it. A roach in real life could put me out of my house. I couldn't imagine a 6'5" roach. Bitch, please. That is not my house anymore. I don't think you understand. I no longer have residency there. I no longer own any of the objects in the house. I no longer own the property, and I will exit the premises immediately. But to each their own, I guess. But since they don't want to let the roach put them out of the house, they grab the yams out the trunk and get ready to approach the roach. That was a bar, unfortunately. Mark out here letting bullets go at even the faintest sound. They move on to find that the roach has moved, and that Ben and Af appear to no longer be on this plane of existence, until they approach Ben and he wakes up and tells them that they can't beat him. But Mark has confidence, alright? And with his confidence, he says, we got guns. We can beat the roach. And that he really means Desmond and Leland, because he's not leaving the room. He comes up with the brilliant idea to split up to go find a roach. Yeah, okay, Fred. And Des goes to check the back of the house, only to get snuck by the roach. He tries to punch him, but that shit did 0 damage. The roach hits that nigga with a deadly right hook. And we cut to Leland telling Mark that he heard Des and the roach. But we find out the real reason why Mark didn't want to go looking for it. His ass was scared the whole time, shaking in fear. I understand that, but then why not leave when y'all had the chance? Because now you're jeopardizing the safety of your friends. Just book a hotel for 3 days. Either the roach is gonna get bored at that point and just leave, or it might just willow and die. You know, we don't know how long this roach has been alive, but they only live for 1 year. So hopefully it's not a young roach. But now you got to deal with a different type of roach, because the roach comes in the room and sneaks Leland, leaving Mark with a 1v1 with an armed roach. The roach then explains that they killed his brother last week while he was minding his business scavenging for food. And it's like, aren't there garbage cans and dumpsters? Go get you some eats out there, not in my house. I will burn this bitch down before I even let you get a taste of food. But the roach gets aggressive, forcing Mark to shoot him, only for the roach to smack the gun out his hand. And then they get straight to boxing. Jarvis, activate cinematic mode. Activating cinematic mode. Thank you. Mark starts off with a right followed by a left and attempts to kick him, but the roach dodges it. But Mark locks in. The hood avatar weaves his hit and hits him with another right. And low-key, that shit was clean, but he wasn't up for too long. The Roach rolls under his fourth punch and uppercuts him and kicks him in his chest. Mark grabs the gun, but the Roach has Ultra Instinct activated, dodging all 3 bullets and smacking the gun out of his hand before slamming him on the couch. Mark grabs another gun and finally shoots the Roach in his chest, hitting him with one more right hook before emptying the clip on him. And with that, that brings an end to the Roach. And it also brings an end to this video. I know it was a shorter video. Again, I've kind of been dealing with copyright issues. That's not going to stop the anime content though. I will be doing more variety of content, but that's already what I was planning on doing. For example, later this month, there will be a Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic video. There's the Naruto hot takes video, and I'll be doing more hot takes videos because as a matter of fact, this video leads to one. See, in the spirit of DreamCon, and even though I'm posting this after the convention, I'm preparing my my sample for next year. This is my formal application next year. Nah, I'm just playing. I'll go through the means like everybody else does. But still, I didn't get in this year, but next year for sure. So in the spirit of DreamCon, leave your RDC hot takes down in the comments if you want to be in the hot takes video. But just be careful what comments you leave. You never know who could be lurking around these parts. But anyways, with that, join the Patreon. It's only $1. If you like the video, obviously. If you're watching my content, you're not subscribed, but leave this subscribe. All right, we're on our way to 5K. Are you kidding me? 5K. That's a lot of people. Put 5K people in the room. There's a lot of people in this room. On the road to 5,000 subscribers. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, hit the bell, don't miss a video. If you want to, go straight to my football channel, GU and Jones, where me and my boy GU talk about football. Or you can go subscribe to my second channel, where I leave even more opinionated videos, but about broader context and broader topics. I think that's it. That's all I had to show. Yeah, that's it. So this is Printer, and I'm signing out.
Girl, what do you want from me? Yeah, this could be the end of me. Yeah, why can't you just love on me? You gonna make me leave eventually.